Lord to guide us through any situation that we have now, so that He can keep that oil in us.
Okay, so I'll continue on. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with the milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters.
That's understanding the spirit of the truth, right? No more bullshit. I mean, no more first fired, last hired, right? No more calling out the gods.
Right.
No more women ruling over you, right? No more tears in your eyes. That's why the woman will stub your toe, right? You will not stub your toe or bump an elbow. I mean, or fall down. You know, something come down the stairs and you almost slipped. Done.
That's right.
Done. No more wondering, does that girl like me? Ask for that back us. Done.
Yeah, it won't enter your thoughts. It won't enter your thoughts.
Precepts, Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts, and I will be to them a power, and they shall be to me people.
We're not going to do that in these bodies. I'll tell you that. It's for sure not going to happen in these bodies. And that's talking about perfection.
Quick further for you. Revelation chapter 21, verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me the great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from Yahweh. So that's the new body, the new spirit. Everything will be nice about us, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's a high mountain.
Rulership.
Yeah, and also pertaining to that chariot.
Yeah.
A high mountain where the whole portion of the chariot. Yes.
Couldn't even see the end of it.
Yeah, that's right.
And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord.
So this won't happen anymore, man. The brothers are cold. We're cold. You know what I mean? So, the cold, you know. Done. This is
plastic clothing that we got on now, man.
You're gonna get a festive art, man.
That's right.
Saying, Know the Lord, for all shall know me, from the least to the greatest.
That's right.
That's right.
Back in Joel 3 and 18, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and a fountain shall come forth of the house of Yahweh, and shall water the valley of Shittim. Egypt shall be a desolation.
America, done. Because you could be talking about the old Egypt, because it's still there, right? But spiritual Egypt and Sodom is America.
Yeah, so that's a beautiful example of history, prophecy, and now history. History would happen, and then we'll read a prophecy on top of it, right, for our time. See, so that's the point is, you saw the prophets go back and forth, back and forth. That's if the Spirit said go back, you got to go. Over there, you got to go. It's interesting. While you're looking for the next precept, I got something here of more of an exhortation and encouragement from the book of Job. This is Job 23. It says, there the righteous must dispute with him, so should I believe be delivered forever from my judge. Right? So that was pertaining to this system. Delivered from the judge. Right? Judge Saul. Right? And then the next precept says, behold, I go forward, but he is not there. So now, in this experience, right, while we're going through these trials, and this is Job, this book is pertaining to the condition of Israel, but mainly the elect and how they're going to move forward. So verse 8 says, real quick, it says, behold, I go forward, but he is not there, right? And backward, but I cannot perceive him. So as we're moving in the Spirit, not to worry, young men as well, just because while you're moving forward and it seems strange that, hey, the Lord's not, doing something with me. Hey, He is working. That's what it's saying, right? Even though you're going forward, right?
Give me 15 more minutes.
Yeah. Finish up. All right. Right, so it says, behold, I go forward when He is not there, and backward, but I cannot perceive Him. So even although you do things, you do things in back, meaning that you go to the scriptures and you agonize things, or even in your own experience, you're marking out, did the Lord lead me back here? Not to worry. It's about those four elements in spirit and in truth. But you just got to trust Him when you can't see Him. That's what He's leading up to here. Right quick, and then it says, on the left hand where He doeth work, but I cannot behold Him, He hideth Himself on the right hand. So you believe that you're on the right side by faith, right? But then you can't see Him. But He's saying you still got to trust Him. I'm telling you this. I'm reading this precept not because I like to read it or it's my favorite. I've experienced it and continuing to do it, and you men are going to see it, right? And then it says, here's the picture, verse 10. It says, but He knoweth the way that I take when He had tried me. That's what it's about, man. Going through this fire, right? That He has put you through. You've got to stay strong, right? Because He is going to keep you with the whole armor on. You got to beg for it, right? Before honor comes humility. Right? So let me read it again. It says, but He knoweth the way that I take. When He had tried me, I shall come forth as gold. Right? My foot has held His steps. Right? His ways have I kept. Right? What are His ways, right? And I have not declined.
That's right.
Right? His ways.
Add too. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying.
No, go ahead.
The greatest weapon we can have in these times, when things get serious, is faith. That's it.
This is it, yeah?
You have to believe, or else
First thing.
you're not going to get anywhere from there. You have to believe. You have no room for it, because things that, like the scripture says, and then come down like a madman. You have no time, for double thinking or anything like that. It has to be, I believe, and move forward. In the name of Yahweh Hashem Shah.
Beautiful. So the faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things that do not see. The discernment, understanding the discernment in your experience of those four things that was mentioned in verse 8. And then it says here, but He is in one mind, and who can turn Him and what His soul desireth, even that He doeth. Right? And then it says, for He performeth the thing that is appointed for me. Right? So He sets you up for the exact way that you are set up right now. Right? And then you're going to look at your experience when you're on the left, when you believe you're on the right, looking forward, looking in the backward, you'll see, oh, wow, He's been leading me all along. Right? Therefore, I tremble at His presence. Right? Hey, you know what that means? Going into the fear of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh. Right? When I consider I am afraid of Him. Right? Hey, but we're not afraid of you, Esau. That's pushing all those stuff. As a matter of fact, we don't regard that. We're not focused on that, but we know of what you're doing. Okay? Yes, bring it out.
This is Romans chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So hope is synonymous to faith, right? And brother said, like, the only thing that's going to save you is faith, man, right? And that's what the scriptures are written for, because like you go to the scriptures and see what happened to the patriarchs and see what happened to them, and the scripture says, has anyone called in the name of Yahweh and that was confounded?
Yeah.
Answer is no.
Yeah.
Right? So you take comfort in the scriptures knowing, like, the men before us, they trusted in Yahweh Hashem and they were cool. Right? It doesn't mean that you're not going to die. It's something someone's going to be martyrs. So it give you a heads up. So most brothers think, oh, Jared, that was going to be beamed up. Hey, man, that might not be for you. Me included. You know what I mean? So you wake up to this truth. Don't think it's an easy walk. And I'm gonna go in there and say, yeah, Rosh Hashanah, you're gonna be like charge. Nah, man. It says through much tribulation, you enter in the kingdom of heaven.
Yeah, it's faith that works,
Right.
right? Paul, backwards how he led you, when you were dead, right? On the left where he works, when you went over there willfully. On the right where you believe that you are now, and looking forward, man. He is the one that led you. And the faith, seeing how he's been working. It's him that's been working us, his influence, man, his oil.